Right. So we know that unhealthy lifestyle increases the chance to develop chronic diseases and cancer. Let's have a couple of examples. For example, smoking increases the chance that you would get lung cancer or you would develop cardiac disease. For example, another example would be having a lot of salt intake increases the chance to develop high blood pressure. Another one would be lack of physical activity combined with poor eating habits increases the chance to develop obesity and diabetes. So we're all reasonable beings, right? So one would imagine that with all being aware of this connection, we'll all be quite motivated to lead a healthy lifestyle to prevent the development of these common chronic diseases, right? So let's just take a quick vote. Could you raise hands, all those of you who are over 15 years old? I know someone who's not going to raise her hand, but everyone else should raise a hand. This was just a test, just to see that you have hands to wave with. Now let's get to the point. Could you raise a hand if you ever made a conscious decision to get more healthy? Okay, it could be either I'm going to lose some weight, I'm going to do more regular exercise, I'm going to stop smoking, things like that. Now let's take another vote. Raise the hand if you ever failed achieving that goal. Interesting, isn't it? Even though our intentions are really good, you know, we are aware we need to do that. It's really important. Well, we still fail to do it. So what lies behind the problem? Well, why is it so difficult? The problem is in the actual decoupling of the efforts that we need to spend on a certain behavior and the reward, the outcome that we get for a certain behavior. The funny thing is, the human brain and functions in a way that we're quite keen on choosing behaviors in which the effort is awarded with the reward quite soon after we've invested that effort. So, you know, lighting a cigarette, going out with friends on a Saturday night, buying a new set of shoes, they all provide instant satisfaction. Whereas there is a problem with healthy lifestyle. Mostly, it only provides the reward after decades of being compliant with that healthy lifestyle, which is a bit annoying, isn't it? So actually, if you want to reduce the risk of getting high blood pressure, you need to eat unhealthy food for the rest of your life. So obviously, we have problems with it. And what we could do about it, well, basically, we could try to find ways to add these little moments of reward into the whole health lifestyle track. Now, do you think that public health at the moment challenges these issues in the right way? Well, I'm not going to criticize too much. I think the public health does a lot, incredibly lot of work. What they do is they provide information. Salt is bad for you. They provide advice. You should exercise like this, not like that. They also try to reduce the opportunities for us to engage in unhealthy behaviors. For example, you know the case when they would remove the soda drinks vending machines from schools and replace them with healthy food and healthy drinks vending machines to reduce the exposure of kids to sweets. And what they also do is they're trying to punish or disincentivize the actual unhealthy behavior, like imposing an additional tax on buying cigarettes. But still, does it solve the problem that we spoke about earlier? Does it provide any reward for healthy behavior? Well, not really. So, interestingly enough, someone has come to the solution, and it's not coming from the public sector. Basically, marketing and sales experts, they figured out how to influence people and how to influence their behavior, and they've developed approaches to reward the desired behavior, which is getting more sales, so creating purchases, right? Now, could you raise hands, those of you who have heard of Mafia Wars, Farmville, Scavenger, Foursquare? Okay, great. Now, these are all examples of applications and services that use the principle of online social gaming. The idea behind online social gaming is that you take the gaming mechanics, the gaming dynamics, and you put them into social networks, online social networks. And what you create is a whole lot of fun, because now it's not that I can play, now I can play cards with my friends online, and now I can you know, trade dead crops of corn on Farmville with friends from wherever. And it's not just the 5 people that are with me behind the table. And also, with the advent of geotagging and smartphones, it's not happening behind the computer anymore, but I can collect points by checking in with Scavenger to a shop here and there, and then get some extra rewards for being that energetic in checking in on different stores. So this online social gaming is actually becoming the name of the game. It's the fastest growing segment of the whole gaming industry at the moment, and it's grown from 0 to $1 billion industry to $1 billion market in just 3 years. To give you a sense of scope, last year I think there were 300 million purchases of blueberries, virtual blueberries on Farmville. So that's like half of Europe's population would buy virtual blueberries on Farmville, right? Which is quite amazing. Now, another sense of scope. It has use of online social gaming in terms of how much time people spend on it has already overtaken email and is second only to social networks. So we can see a lot of shifts coming up here. Now, what social gaming does to companies, it provides them with the place, the personalization, and with the needed motivation to engage customers in a behavior that's good for the company, which is ultimately the purchase. Now, the question, can we use online social gaming for public health purposes? What do you think? Yeah? Okay, there's obviously some opponents who would say, no, it's actually a bad idea, because what you do is, if you use online and technologies and PCs and computers, what happens is then your kids are just going to be sitting at their sofas and behind the PCs and then just you know, writing texts and then chatting and things like that, just sitting at home. But actually, with the advent of smartphones and with the advent of geotagging, it's quite simple to create games that force kids to go outside. You create a game in which they need to check in on several different locations. Who comes first wins the game. Or you can, they can collect points by eating healthy food at healthy restaurants. So opportunities abound. Now, we've been trying to use some of these things in Slovenia as well. For the last 3 years, or 2 years and a half, we've been working on using online social gaming for public health purposes. And what we did was we changed the final goal of the online social gaming mechanism from a purchase to being healthy, to choose a healthy lifestyle. We've had a couple of examples. One was an online virtual trainer which would create you a tailor-made exercise plan and then would connect you with your friends on your social network, so your friends would see whether you're actually sticking to the plan or not. And if you wouldn't be sticking to the plan, they would collect more points than you, and they would also say, well, you said you're going to be running yesterday, why didn't you go running? You should, so go next time. And at the National Institute of Public Health, we're also preparing a couple of new projects. One would be on reducing diabetes in school children using game dynamics, and the other one would be trying to spread prevention and screening of cancer, which is can be quite a boring topic, to spread it on EU level, again using some of the gaming dynamics. So I think it's fairly safe to conclude, from my point at least, that online social gaming will be one of the few major catalysts to transform public health from 1.0 to public health 2.0. Thanks.